What's going on, everybody in the building, man? It's your boy Tonyd2wild checking in once again, back with the banger today, guys, and we got something in special that I've been waiting on, man. I've been waiting on these because I want to see if they are as hype as I thought they were. Like, I actually have been having very big expectations for this particular shoe, and from what I've seen so far, I think it's gonna live up to it. But we also have something very dope in from Adidas and Korn. Got 'em early! Let's get straight to it. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and cap. I'm not a fan, I'm not the biggest fan of Korn. I'm not a fan of Korn. My mother and my aunt are, but I had to show this shoe because one, I think the collab is dope. And two, I've been called Jonathan Davis a few times by some of you guys in the comment section, as well as Fildy from Korn as well. Now, when I say I'm not a fan, that doesn't mean I don't like them. Like, I'm just not gonna sit here and cap like I know their music and their songs. They're a little bit, you know, old school, a little bit more before my time. Even though they were popping during the 90s, I just never caught on to that type of music. But they are, you know, there's nothing wrong with Korn. Like, they poppin', they still poppin'. However, with that said, I do know some of their very popular songs, and one in particular is called Adidas. Freak on a Leash, Falling Away From Me, Coming Undone, Blind. Yeah, I might be like a little bit of a hype beast when it comes to Korn. Like, I know what there is to need to be known, and a lot of those songs are from back like 14 years ago. With that said though, this is, I wanna say, the third collaboration that Adidas has done with Korn, and I think this one stands out from all the rest. Now, it comes in this, almost like a, you know, the case that you can see with a lot of like equipment and stuff that is utilized when going on tour and going from one concert to another. So it has that kind of like overall crate box with the aluminum panels that feature there. And of course you have like the little handle so you can pick that up and carry your equipment, whether it's speakers, guitars, or just boards and all that of that nature. It comes with also 3 stickers as well. Got the Korn and Adidas sticker. And this one in particular is their 30th year anniversary of their debut album, Self-Titled. Yeah, that's the name of it. It's actually just called Self-Titled. Now you have the Adidas and Korn, both. They have the actual Korn logo and label there in the font. And alongside with that is Adidas. Now the shoe itself though is fire. Very, very, very dope. Now, supposedly what I've been seeing is these are releasing on October 31st, and the retail on these are gonna be $140. Check this out, take this out the box. And I just wanted to show these to you guys. I thought they were fire, you know what I'm saying? And I've been called Jonathan Davis a couple of times, as well as Fildy. So I was like, you know what? Let me just accept it for what it is one time and showcase something a little bit different. Now, what you got right here, and trust me guys, I'm gonna be off. I'm not gonna say everything correctly. I don't know everything correctly when it comes to Korn, but I am just gonna talk as someone just who loves sneakers and give my thoughts and opinions on that. So on both shoes, you have the, it seems to almost be like the 3 stripes featured with these plastic type of materials all cut out, and some are in like flannels, some are in flowers, some are in a whole bunch of different designs on that. We get some B-roll. What I'm thinking, and I'm just gonna take a guess because I know what the actual insole is, which we'll take out 2 set of additional laces, red and black in the big thick ones, and then you have the white ones as well. I'm gonna take a guess and then I'm gonna actually go and confirm so to see if I know. But it seems like these designs are parts of their albums or their album covers, because this one in particular I believe is from the Self-Titled. Oh, it wants to focus on that. This is, I believe, from the Self-Titled one. So I'm thinking these are some of their album covers cut out and then in a 3 stripe type of pattern. Let's just check that out. So I'm looking at it. This one is definitely from the Self-Titled album, but these other ones I'm a little unsure of because they're just like, one's like a solid red, one's like a just a straight up a orange with some sort of static on it, and then there's a purple one, that purple, green, blue, and black that all are kind of the same, and it's an all white one. So that part I'm a little unsure where there is on that, because I'm looking at album covers and I don't see much of a resemblance there. So with that said, we're just gonna have to wait and see and find out what that has more to do with it. But for the most part, you have also on the 3 stripes established in 1994, and then you have the Superstar featured in there in that Korn font. You also have the Korn on the back with that well-known R that is backwards, of course. Very, very popular and known for being, you know, one of the big parts of the logo itself. Fat laces in white, and a very just solid old school Adidas shell toe, which is in black and white but then it has, of course, that gum bottom, and it has that aged look along with it. It just fits in a lot with 90s nostalgia alongside with what Korn and they want to represent. You also have that big Adidas brand on the tongue, and as I stated before, this is their third collaboration. I think previously they did a campus, now they went head on with the shell toe. On the back of the tongue, you have established in 1994 as well, and then I'll show pictures of the actual insoles to give you like a better, clearer overall look. But if you guys can see, it says Adidas and then Korn underneath, and that is of their debut album, self-titled. So overall, man, I really like what they did here. It overall just resembles it. Oh, I didn't even see this. I didn't even peep this. You have here also a Korn on one side and Adidas guitar pick. The guitar pick, I want to say, make sure I'm saying it correctly. This is of a metallic type of material, so it potentially could be used, but I know guitar picks are usually like plastic and very, very light, but you know, it's a nice little hang tag. I think they just did very well just capturing that essence for a Korn fan out there. Now on the left shoe, you do have this, the typical Adidas, and then on the right shoe, you have the Korn. And as stated before, established 1999, goes on all sides of that outer side, and then on the inside is the plain Jane 3 stripes. Overall though, a very, very solid shoe. I want to show my mom and my aunt these. I might have to, maybe this might be like a little early Christmas gift for them, because I know that they like the band Korn, and they've been doing a Thug Thizzle for 30 years now. So salute to them. So this is their 30th year anniversary, 1994, 2024. You get the point there. For any band that can last that long, you got to just congratulate them on that. See how this one just sits perfectly, bro? Can we get like this over here as well? Like this thing is all jambalaya up, man. Hold on, let's just get this right. All right, there we go. So now you can see it's all like lined up. This one's like all lined up with all the different layers. If I can find some more information on this and what this represents, I'll make sure to throw it somewhere in the video. You'll see that. But right now, from what I know, there is not much information on which one each of these things represent, whether it's, I don't know. The actual designs are hard to make out, but the first one behind, the one that's behind the Adidas and Korn logo, is easily able to be defined that that is a part of the first album. Maybe the rest are the same. That part, I'm just gonna have to do some deeper research and give you guys my thoughts and opinions about. But this is like my first time seeing this shoe in general, and I just wanted to show it to y'all because I thought it was pretty dope. And I know there's gonna be some Korn fans out there, and people call me Jonathan Davis, as I stated before, and I just like, you know what, well, let Jonathan Davis live through me real quick, you feel me? And it says on here, Superstar Korn, size 9.5 on the box, and C black / translucent / BTSCA. So if you guys want to see a full-on review on that, let me know down below in the comment section, and we'll definitely look one into that. Next up is one that I've been looking forward to seeing, and that is the Nike Dunk Low Halloween. Now, these are set supposedly to be releasing on October 24th. The retail price point has been rumored to be $130. And I'm happy. Like, this is when Nike finally, now, before we get into that, the box says Nike Dunk Low Retro Quick Strike Bright Cactus / Black. Now, this is a size 9 with the 10.5 on the bottom. I can't lie to you guys. You know, recently when it comes to Nike, there has been a decline of just innovation, decline of like sequels of sorts. And that's even with movies. Like, a movie will drop a fantastic movie and then the sequel will not be hitting as the original. I heard that Smile 2 actually did pretty well, and it succeeded the original one. So I gotta go and check that out. But why I'm even bringing that all up is because we've had the skeleton Air Force Ones that have dropped year after year after year. And for the most part, they did fairly well. Then last year we had that pumpkin version, the all black, and it kind of just like, nah, it was all just, last year was very just blah, you know, meh. And I feel like this year with this Nike Dunk Low alongside with that Air Force One, unfortunately I was not able to get my hands on one at this time, but I feel like they definitely stepped it up and really did something dope and innovative in my opinion, and brought something new to the table for Halloween as well as for the Nike Dunk Low and Air Force One. Now what you got here is a upper of cracked leather in the bright cactus, and then the black is also featuring that same exact type of cracked leather, but of course in black. And bright cactus, we've been seeing a lot of that colorway floating around, or the names of that being floating around, and I feel like it does very, very well for the Halloween theme overall. Now you got on the tongue a plastic I guess, I don't want to say lace lock, but the lace, you know, the Nike swoosh plastic part right there, which typically is metal or something of that nature. Usually it's like some metal material. It's not the case here. You have the swoosh though, and of course that toe box. That is the biggest part of this shoe, obviously. That is different. You know, they did a different type of mold, or a mold overall, and I want to say more, it's hard to describe the material because I was wondering if it was going to be leather, and I was wondering if it's going to be like a plastic or like a hard plastic, but it's kind of like in between almost, right? So let me take this out, because it's not hard. It's not hard at all, but it's not hard, like it's not a hard plastic, but I don't feel like it's plastic, but I don't also feel like it's leather. Like when I rub it and scratch it, it has some sort of leather texture overall. But if I had to take a guess, the skull portion for the most part feels almost like more of a rubber material, but it's not like stretchy rubber, it's a hard rubber. I feel like if I had to make a guess of what this actually is rubber. That's what I feel like it is, and it would make more sense for them to do that in order to get that specific skull mold as well as that swoosh on the side panels there. You also have it on this side. It would need to utilize some sort of different material. The leather, yes, they could mold it, they could emboss it or deboss the leather, but over time that would give, I feel like, and would start to wrinkle and crack. Like this doesn't seem like it's ever going to give. Now when I'm putting my hand on the inside and I'm pushing up, I can feel the actual skull, like reverse side, right throughout the shoe a little bit. I can feel different parts, but I honestly got to say that I think they utilized a rubber type of material for the skull as well as for the swooshes. Not your typical outsole, this rubber though. It's textured, it's maybe some sort of layer on top of it. There's something going on that's a little bit just hard to overall just tell you, to be honest. Now, you also have an extra set of laces that are waxed and black. These are, of course, that bright cactus, I guess, or curry colorway featured there. You really can't go wrong with either one, so we might have to do the full-on in-depth review with both colorways. These do release on the 24th, so you will get a whole entire week to actually plan to actually wear it. And this is a shoe I feel like you could wear kind of all year around, but at the same time, of course, like it's best to do it in this specific time of the season to have that, you know, festive spirit of Halloween. Now, also on the insole, I hate that, right? I hate doing that. I hate it. You have skulls featured on here. So this is what you got on this pair in particular. This side, same exact thing, the same exact like overall look. There's not like a difference on one side than the other. They're pretty much the same. If there's a better, clearer picture, I'll make sure to throw that one out as well. But for the most part, they went all out. I feel like they did a very good job with the design. Something a little bit different. Yes, it's still the skull, but it's a very unique Nike Dunk, and best believe if this had an SB attached to it, these would be flying off the shelves. I think these will still do fairly well. I think it's very unique, and it has a little bit better theme to it, whereas a lot of the Dunks lately have been just color swaps over color swaps and no storytelling. I feel like to this day still, a shoe sells depending on the storytelling that comes along with it. Yeah, some shoes have that storytelling, some Jordans do have it, and they still don't do nothing, but it just depends on what it is. Me personally though, I like these. This is a cop for me, and I will be doing so if need be. Now, I think I stated before, these will be retailing for $130 as well. So $140 on the corns, $130 on these bad boys right here. October 24th is the release date. And let's see the secondary market currently on these. So currently right now, this size 8.5 is $210, a size 9 is $210. Right now, if you want to buy this shoe, that's going for that amount of money. The last sale, however, for a size 9 was $187. So I don't feel like they're going to sell for $210. I feel like they'll probably go down a little bit in price, but I do think that a lot of people are going to want these, so they may do fairly well for the most part. So just keep your eyes peeled. They're coming very soon, the 24th. What is that in particular? Because I know that's like that has to be midweek, if anything. It's not going to be on the weekend. 24th is on a Thursday. So basically, yeah, next Thursday, these will be dropping. So keep that one in mind. But yeah, bam! Very, very sexy right here. Nike Dunk Low, Halloween, coming soon. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one, man. I'm out. Peace.